anger can lead to frustration.
Exactly.
And that's a deadly combo. You are frustrated and you are angry. You
Very
can
true.
kill. So you must be a man that you know how to manage your emotion.
Exactly.
You know how to manage anger.
Hey guys, you're welcome to our channel. I am eBase.
My name is Sam.
So in this video, we are going to discuss 4 important things a man must have before going into that thing called marriage.
So that means you are trying to say he's free to date.
Yes.
He's free to play around.
Yes.
But when it comes to the
Marriage,
business of getting married,
it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
You must have these things on ground.
Certain things must be on ground.
Exactly.
Let's go into it.
The first thing we are going to talk about is the area of financial stability. Money as a man. Don't let anybody deceive you. Without money, you cannot run any home. Different money plays where a man is not able to provide, financially.
Yes.
Becomes a problem.
It becomes a problem.
Even the Bible calls such a man an infidel. Yes.
So when it comes to running the affairs of the family, the man is number one.
Exactly.
The man is number one.
Number one. You must be able.
The woman can choose to support.
Exactly.
But the man has to show up.
Apart from even in the marriage, like I said, before you think of getting into marriage, you must be able to have some level of finance. You must have a job that is, paying you. You are sure of your whether monthly or weekly salary. It comes.
Yes.
It has to be stable.
Apart from having, for me, I feel apart from having a job, you must also have a backup.
Yes.
What if you wake up tomorrow and the job is not there again? What is going to happen? So apart from having a job, you must have a backup.
Apart from what I meant by having a job is whatever you're into must be stable. If it doesn't have to be a paid job like you're working for somebody. Even if you're running your business, it has to be a business you're sure that this business is up and doing, is running, is stable.
It can take care of the family.
Yeah, it's not something you're depending on one money that is in the air. It has to be something that is fixed.
You're right.
Before you even think of getting married.
You're right.
Yes. So what I mean financial stability, it comes even before you marry.
You are right.
Yes.
And something, one funny thing about getting married is while you guys are dating, the woman will always feel like, let's get married. Come and see my parents. We will cross the bridge when we get there. But you as a man, you as a man, you as a man, you need to be sure that I'm ready.
Exactly.
Financially first. Forget about the woman. Women see marriage like it's their crown of glory.
It's an achievement.
It's a big deal for them.
Yes, it's a big deal. So they can do anything just to achieve it.
Come in. And when the chips are down, you are on your own.
But a man sees marriage differently. He sees marriage as a responsibility. I am going in for responsibility.
For a big deal. My wife and family,
exactly.
the children, the bills, everything is going to be on me.
Exactly.
The woman can support, but what if the support is not there? It will be on you. And if the support is not there, many women will begin to curse you.
Exactly.
What's the meaning of this? Look at your mates. What are you doing? How are we surviving?
Exactly.
What am I going to eat? What are the children going to? She will be the one asking you. And of course, she has every right to ask you.
Of course,
she has every right to ask you. The children have every right to ask you, Dad.
And also, don't forget that even if you're not having so much, a woman who believes in you for constant growth, constant development.
Oh yes.
So don't be moved by a woman telling you, I will manage with you, I will do this. She expects that even in that management, there should be a change,
which must show in the
which
area
must
of
show
your
in
finances.
the area of finance. So when she has been in the marriage for, let's say, over 5-6 years, and in fact it's becoming worse,
nothing tangible seems
nothing
to happen.
is coming forth, no remarkable change, she will be like,
did I make the wrong choice?
And she's seeing this change in other relationships, in other marriages.
She's constantly comparing
different.
Her home, comparing you with others.
Exactly. Those things will happen.
So
you need to be aware of these things as a man before going in.
Don't fall into the trap.
You don't need to make all the money in the world, but let it be somewhat stable.
Yes. That whatever comes,
you can
take care of my family.
Yes. And secondly, you must know the kind of woman you're going in with, because the woman must be the type that must match with your income.
Oh yes, not a materialistic woman when you cannot afford.
Exactly. So that's just it for the financial stability.
Okay. Let's not overflock it. I think we should.
Yes.
It's also important that we look at the area of emotional stability.
That's number 2.
All
right, emotional stability.
And when we are talking about emotional stability, we are talking about someone, a man that can handle different emotions.
Okay.
Anger is an emotion.
Yeah.
Feeling of sadness is an emotion.
Very true.
Feeling of joy is an emotion.
Exactly.
It has to do with the state, with your state. How do I feel right now? And there's nothing wrong to feel
a certain way.
To feel a certain way.
At a particular
time. It's okay to feel, oh, I'm not happy. I'm angry. It's okay. Oh, that thing. But how far
can you manage
your
emotions?
How far can you go being angry?
Okay.
It's very important. Regardless of who is involved. Whether it's your wife, whether it's your children, whether it's your neighbor, whether it's a co-worker, whoever is involved, how far can you go? You must be, as a man, you must be someone that, especially when you are angry, you don't take it too far.
Exactly.
You don't take it too far. Anger can lead to frustration.
Exactly.
And that's a deadly combo. You are frustrated and you are angry. You can kill. So you must be a man that you know how to manage your emotion.
Exactly.
You know how to manage anger. So that you don't end up killing someone.
Okay.
Killing your children or your wife or you must be able to manage your
anger at a certain time. And you know, there are people, sorry to cut you short, there are people, and secondly, you must know where to act or how to act. There are some people that,
yes.
For instance, your wife does something you don't like in public, and you just address the matter there and there. Which might lead to
you embarrass the woman.
It could lead to further
embarrass the woman. You embarrass her in public.
So if you're a type that can manage your emotions, you can let that thing slide at that time.
Box it.
When you get home to your house, you address it. When you can pour out and there won't be too much of aggression and stuff like that. Than addressing it on the road, in public.
That will build trust, that will build love, confidence that this is a man, not a child.
Exactly.
And even when you are sad, maybe you lose, you've just lost your job, and you are like, my world is crumbling. How am I going to take care of my family? How is that one going to happen? How is this one going to happen? All of that is not necessary. It's okay to be sad, but you must get to that point that you have to face it. This is what is going on in my life.
It's a reality.
This is the reality. What do I need to do next? I've lost someone. What do I need to do? So you don't keep brooding over a situation that you cannot change.
Exactly.
Because the more you get sad, the more you yield yourself into that situation, the more you are going to remain in that state.
Exactly. You're right.
The more you are going to remain in that state, and it's important to know when to draw the line. It's okay. I cannot continue being in this situation. I have to do this, I have to do that, and life continues.
Exactly.
Yes. And even if you're happy, you don't have to.
Yeah, there's always there just have to be a limit.
They have to limit to limit to expression of that joy. You don't have to. Don't rub it on others like, oh, I'm the most happiest man on earth today because I've just won a jackpot.
A lottery.
No, I've just no. Keep your cool. Keep the atmosphere under control. So that how you feel doesn't become a problem to another person.
Yeah.
It doesn't become, and you have to understand your wife. You have to. How do they feel? And that's emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Put yourself
in that person's shoes.
In that person's shoes to understand how they feel. Okay, if this thing happened to me, how will I feel? Now it's happening to your wife.
Person, yeah.
Of course, you should know how she feels as a man.
Exactly.
So, based on what she's going through, you are okay. I don't have to see this. I don't have to do this because of what she's going through. How can I support her right now? That's emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
That means you are emotionally stable. You know how to walk around this. And it's very important. Because at the end of the day, this person might feel, oh, you hate me. Meanwhile, you don't. The simple reason is you don't know how to walk around these emotions. You feel, oh, this thing has happened to you, you should just walk away. It's okay. I understand you've lost a loved one, but are you going to keep mourning?
To know the limits.
Yes. So you should know how to approach situations that others face. The emotional state of others, you must know. You must know.
This is a very great attribute.
Yes.
A man must have.
Yes, so that you it will help you manage your home
as the head
of the family.
Exactly.
Even if it's a child.
All right, so that's
from there we move on.
Okay.
What next?
So you've really done justice to that point.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. And I believe our viewers are really catching everything we are saying. Then the next thing a man must have before going into marriage is a dwelling place.
Dwelling place?
Yes.
Is that really important? Of course, the man was not living in the bush while they were dating.
Exactly. When I mean a dwelling place,
yes,
it must not just be any accommodation.
Okay.
It must not just be any place. It must be a place that the wife will also be comfortable.
Okay.
Because a lot of men, are very comfortable taking a woman to their family house.
So
where their mother lives, their father lives in the same house.
Siblings are there.
Lives. So you're now marrying the wife to come and serve your family. An early marriage.
And most likely that's how it's going to be, because
for a long time
a man might feel, that's my mom, that's my dad, you don't have to treat them this way.
And in most cases, the girl will pretend like everything is all right. She will fit in very well at that early stage.
Of course.
She will be the one cooking for 7, 8, 10 people.
Without complaining.
But on the long run, what will happen? What happens? She will definitely complain because she's human.
Your dad or mom will start calling you. They'll come and help me.
And in most cases, these people she's serving are younger ones. I mean, the husband's siblings.
Yes.
Are younger ones.
Yes, and they expect her to be loyal
to them.
Especially for the fact that she's the only one there in their midst.
Yes, she's the external person coming in to form a part or to become a part of their family.
Yes.
So she has to bow to every other person
there
just to fit in. So that is not acceptable. So as a man, if you want a sweet home where you have to enjoy your family, you need your space with your wife, where she's going to be with you alone, serving you alone as a husband. and she will do it joyfully. Yes, she
feel like the queen of the house that she is.
Yes. Family members can always visit you and go. They don't need to come and dwell with you, because that is why I use the term dwelling place.
Okay.
It has to be indeed a dwelling place, not a place where you just have to fit in.
Yes.
No. So as a man, you must be able to provide that first before you think of marriage. Not taking your wife or your spouse to your family house whatsoever. And unless it's a case where it's a big, house.
Yes.
Where you have your space separately to yourself.
Okay.
Not staying in the same house.
Yes. Maybe everybody sees
you are staying in your own flat.
Basis.
Yes, separately. It's fine. But when it has to do with you bringing your wife to your family house, where your father is there, your mother is there, or your siblings
are also there. But when you are talking about dwelling place, does it really matter the size?
No, it's not about the size.
Okay.
It's all about understanding. Like I said earlier on, you must know the wife you're marrying.
Okay.
You must know the kind of woman you're taking in. She must be able to fit into your income.
Yes, your situation.
Yes. Not just any woman. You must look at your pocket before taking a wife.
So are you trying to say, for instance, here in Nigeria, that self-con is okay, or a single room is okay too?
A self-con can still be okay depending on the individual, the parties.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it's all about understanding. If they understand themselves.
Okay.
Even a self-contained is too big. They can go into a one room and leave.
One room, it means you guys are going to be sharing toilet.
It still boils down to understanding.
What understanding to you? If you wait the woman, say, what understanding?
If it was me, I won't accept. That is me.
And be sharing toilet.
Okay, are you going to tell me that there are no people staying in one room as married people?
I'm not disputing, but don't also forget that a woman can easily pick infection from a shared toilet.
It doesn't. That is a fact, but it doesn't stop the fact that people are living in one room as husband and wife.
Okay.
We have seen people who live in one room for 10 years. They are still married.
Wonderful.
Now it depends on the individual.
Okay.
So if that is what you want for yourself as a man, it's good and fine.
For you.
And if that is what your wife is comfortable in, good and fine. So it's a matter of choice.
It's okay.
But the most important thing is, don't take your wife to your family house. It's going to cause a very big problem in the nearest future. It's a fact.
Your point, you've passed your point. And I think we should also, at number 4, right?
Yes.
We should also look at the issue of consent from both parents.
Very important.
Consent from both families.
Exactly.
Because we've had cases that the two people feel they are in love.
Yes.
And no other person matters to them.
And they see that a lot in movies, where two people run away because the parents did not give consent, so they ran to one strange land and got married and move on and live their life. Yeah. So
I feel it's wrong.
It's totally wrong.
It's wrong. We have to condemn this. When it comes to marriage is God's design. It's not us as humans, as human beings to say, okay. And that's why most marriages fail.
Yes.
Most marriages fail because we refuse to
follow the due process.
To consider these things. We see them like they don't matter. We see it like, oh, the only people that matter in this thing is us. Are we good with ourselves? And if the answer is yes,
move on.
But 5 years, 10 years from now, what you hear is, we are going our separate ways. We just decided to separate to see if we can find our true path. Meanwhile,
or in some cases, they might finally decide to go and still meet the parents to apologize.
To apologize that we've done wrong. So seeking consent from the two families is very important.
Exactly.
And this is not about having someone to represent the family of the man or the woman, except the parents of the man or the woman are no longer alive.
Or except, I'm thinking,
yes,
the parents, the both parents have failed in their marriage.
They have failed?
Yes. Probably their marriage is not moving smoothly. Probably there was a divorce or something. Then you're trying to advise me to follow your footstep or to follow your path.
No, you are talking about your parents. This is your parents. There may be trouble in the family.
Okay.
It may not be a perfect family that the parents are still together.
Okay.
I mean, one side of the parents are still together.
All right.
It may not be that perfect, but you can still seek their consent.
Okay.
Or for example, you ask the woman, where are your people? Where are your parents? And she says, oh, they are no longer together. The next thing should be, how do we get in touch with them? Even though they are separated. We have to find a way to visit each of them. For the sake of us.
Exactly.
They must come together.
All right.
For our sake. And give their consent.
And blessing.
And blessings.
Because this consent comes with the blessing.
Yes, consent comes with blessing.
And marriage requires this blessing from parents.
It does.
Most importantly, blessings from the parents.
It does. We are talking about something that it's an orderly thing.
Yeah.
We have God, we have Jesus Christ, we have the Holy Spirit, we have the church, we have the man, we have the woman. In the family, we have the father, mom, first son,
second son,
first
daughter,
and just it's an order. So you have to recognize this order. You have to. You don't have to bypass anyone because you feel you can do without them.
Okay.
There comes a time that you need these people.
Exactly.
There will come a time you will need them, and by then, the damage has been done. The damage has been done. And for those of us in Africa, of course, we know what we can do. When you begin to show that, oh, I don't need this person, you know what they can do. When you feel you don't need your dad or your mom, they can curse you. They can begin to talk to spirit and many things can go wrong. No, these things are real.
So what you're trying to say is that it has a spiritual implication.
Oh yes.
If you don't get the consent of these people, your parents,
they can get angry and decide to curse. The same way they can bless the marriage, they can also curse it.
Okay. And most times the curse must not be verbal. It could just be because they did not give consent, it becomes a curse.
If you break someone's heart, that's a curse coming from that person to you.
He doesn't need to say a word.
No, you've done something wrong, and automatically you've established a bad foundation that is going to fight you in the future. It doesn't take much, even if you are not in terms with your parents. It doesn't take much to go to them and say, I'm sorry for what I did in the past. If you cannot do it on your own, take a family member or any authority around, go to them, get a drink, go and say, I'm sorry. Okay? It doesn't take much to ask for forgiveness. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing well.
Exactly.
You have to do it well, especially when it comes to getting married. Don't cut corners. Those primary sensitive things that needs to be there must be there. You must make sure it is there, especially as a man, because at the end of the day, you are going to be the head of the family, and it matters how you prepare for it. It matters what you do in the build up to that marriage.
You're right.
And so with that, I think watching us and you feel there's something you can add to what we've said, go ahead. Go ahead.
Bring it on the comment section.
We are reading the comments. We'd like to see how you feel, react to what we've said. Yes, like our video, subscribe to our channel, encourage us to keep doing what we are doing right here.